예수 그리스도와 예수가 그리스도이시다. 이 차이를 여러분 느끼시겠습니까?
So the first is Jesus Christ, and the second is Jesus is Christ. Can you see the difference from these two?
이 같은가요? 다른가요?
Are they same or not?
이거는 이미 그 고유 명사화 됐죠.
And it is actually what's that?
뭐라고
고유
하는데?
명사화
고유
뭐죠?
명사화.
It is a noun, kind of noun.
예수가 그리스도이시다. 이거는 선포이죠.
But the fact that Jesus is the Christ, this is a you can say that this is proclamation.
말하자면 고백적인 언어는 있는데 전도 메시지가 되는 언어가 사라진 거죠.
So what does that mean? It means that we have some term or the word for like confession, but the message as a like as evangelism actually disappeared.
교회당 중심의 신앙생활이다 보니까 고백적인 언어는 계속돼 왔던 거예요.
Why? Because we had our walk of faith centered on our church building. That's why the language or the word for our confession actually it disappeared.
근데 현장과 전도를 두고 계속 찾아진 메시지가 아니었던 거죠.
What does that mean? It means that thinking about the field and evangelism, actually this confession was not really found.
아까 성경에는 하나님이신 내용과 방향이 있다는 말씀드렸습니다.
And then before like lunch, I explained to you about this, about the content and the direction from the Bible.
오직 그리스도로 세계복음화.
So it is this world evangelization through Christ. Through only Christ we do world evangelization.
그런데 이 출발이 여기서 되면 안 됩니다.
But the beginning should not be this one.
이 출발은 반드시 이렇게 되는 것이죠.
And this must be the correct beginning.
하나님의 절대 주권적 계획 속에서 찾아지는 것이죠.
So the start must be this one. So it means that inside of God's absolute plan, we should find these things.
이것이 하나님께서 우리에게 주신 인간의 절대적 흐름입니다.
So this is the absolute flow that God has given to man.
인간은 하나님의 절대 주권적 계획 속에서 그리스도를 주셔서 세계복음화하도록 창조하신 것이죠.
In God's absolute plan, God has given us Christ, and then God created us so that we can do world evangelization.
그런데 인간 세상 속에 문제가 생긴 것이 아니라 이 하나님을 대적하고 쫓겨난 사단에게서 문제가 온 거죠.
But the problem didn't really arose from this man's word, but the problem started from the spiritual world, from Satan.
이 사단이 영적 세계에서부터 이미 문제가 온 것입니다.
And this Satan actually, all the problems started from the spiritual world.
이 세계복음화와 생육 번성 축복은 사람의 힘으로 되는 것이 아니기 때문에 하나님의 형상을 주신 것입니다.
So world evangelization and all the physical and the spiritual blessing, it cannot be done by man's power. That's why God gave it from the above.
하나님의 형상이라야만 생육 번성 정복이 가능하죠.
And when you are the image of God, only then you can really conquer and then rule over everything.
근데 하나님의 형상을 가진 인간이 스스로 하나님처럼 되려고 할 수 있단 말이에요.
But man who has the image of God, they might try to become like God on their
그래서
own.
이 사이에다가 차단을 시키는 메시지를 주신 것이죠.
And that is why God gave us the message to block this trying.
창세기 2장 17절.
What is that? That is Genesis 2:17.
피조물과 창조주임을 명확하게.
And by giving this covenant, God really wanted to make sure about the existence of creator and creatures.
근데 사단이 바로 이 문제를 치고 들어온 것입니다.
But Satan hit this point.
창세기 3장 4절 5절.
Genesis chapter 3 verse 4 to 5.
네가 이걸 먹는 날에는 눈이 밝아져서 하나님처럼 될 것이다.
When you eat of it, then your eyes will be opened and then you will become like God.
이 관계를 깨트려 버리는 거죠.
So it means that Satan, he broke down this relationship.
그걸 가리켜서 원죄라 합니다.
So this is what we call original sin.
그 결과 이렇게 가야 될 인간의 흐름이 바뀌어 버린 거예요.
So as the result, actually the flow for man must flow like this, from the above to this, but actually this flow has been changed.
이렇게 전혀 다른 흐름이 만들어져 버린 거예요.
So the completely different flow was made.
사단의 흐름,
So this is the flow of Satan.
죄의 흐름,
This is the flow of sin.
하나님을 떠난 흐름,
So this is the flow of being separated from God.
하나님의 주권적 흐름을 잃어버리고 다른 흐름이 와버린 거예요.
So it means that we lost hold of the flow of God's sovereignty, but another or different flow came to us.
여기에 사단이 씨를 심어버린 거 아니에요.
And then there Satan planted a seed.
사망의 씨를 심은 거예요.
He planted seed of death.
죄의 씨를 심은 거예요.
He planted a seed of sin.
이 씨는 당연히 뿌리 내리게 돼 있습니다.
And this seed, of course, it is bound to root down.
거기서 싹이 나오게 되는 거예요.
And it is bound to bud.
사망을 심었어요.
And then it means he
죄를
planted
심었어요.
death. He planted sin.
창세기 3장, 6장, 11장의 씨를 심은 거예요.
He put the seed of Genesis chapter 3, 6, and 11.
그러니 뿌리가 내려지기를 계속 사도행전 13장, 16장, 19장에 뿌리들이 내려질 수밖에 없는 거예요.
And that is why it is really bound to have the root of Acts chapter 13, 16, and 19.
올라오는 것 자체가 요한복음 8장 44절 그 뿌리에부터 올라오는 거죠.
And then something really rise up from the tree. What is that? It is
요한복음 8장
Genesis
44절.
chapter. It is John chapter 8, verse 44.
에베소서 2장 1절로 3절에 가지가 나올라오는 거예요.
And then you also have some branch, the branch of Ephesians chapter 2, verse 1 to 3.
마태복음 11장 28절에 가지가 올라오는 거예요.
And then you also have a branch of Matthew chapter 11, verse 28.
사도행전 8장 4절로 8절에 가지가 올라오는 거예요.
And you have another branch of Acts chapter 8, verse 4 to 8.
히브리서 9장 27절에 가지가 올라오는 거예요.
And you have a branch of Hebrews chapter 9, verse 27.
출애굽기 20장 4절 5절 후손에게까지 이것이 대물림되는 불신자 상태가 되는 것이죠.
And then Exodus chapter 20, verse 4 to 5. This same problem is inherited to your next generation. You have no choice but to have this kind of status of
근데 이게
non-believer.
내게만 와 있는 문제가 아니란 말이에요.
But this is not the problem that you only have.
이미 가정과 배경이 오래돼 쌓여 있단 말이에요.
And then you are actually surrounded by the background of your family and then your
지역의 영적
circumstances or
문제를 따라서
environment.
쌓여져 있단 말이에요.
And then according to the spiritual problem of your region, it is also like piled up around you.
오래된 문제로 쌓여져 있는 거예요.
And then you are surrounded by these long-lasting problems.
배경으로도 있고 현실로도 눌리고
So you have this kind of background, and then in your reality, you are also afflicted by them.
시간이 가면 갈수록 어느 날 이런 문제는 반드시 찾아오게 되는 거예요.
So the more time goes by, one day this kind of problem has no choice but to come to you.
각인,
This is our imprint,
뿌리,
root,
체질
nature.
이걸 가진 채로 어느 날 우리가 그리스도 복음을 만나는 거예요.
So having all these kind of things, one day we come to receive the gospel of Christ.
그래서 신분은 이리로 바뀌어지는 거예요.
So now our spiritual status has been changed into this.
이렇게 가는 건 종교예요.
And if you just go to the right side, this is
하나님께서
religion.
찾아오셔서 건져내시는 거예요.
And that is why God himself came to us in person and then he
그리스도를 보내서
rescued us by sending Christ.
사람의 힘으로 가는 것이 아니라 하나님께서 그리스도를 보내사 이 흐름을 바꿔버린 거예요.
So we cannot really go to this right side, and then by sending Christ, God changed this
그래서
flow.
원래 가게 하고자 하셨던 이 흐름으로 가도록 하신 거예요.
And then by sending Christ, God really made us to go to the direction, go to the flow that originally God wanted us to go.
근데 이미 우리가 가지고 있는 많은 각인 뿌리 체질은 시간 가면 갈수록 점점 더 나를 찾아서 만나지게 돼 있어요.
But the long-lasting imprint rooted nature, the more time really goes by, they have no choice but to just come up to us, and then one day we will just meet them.
전도를 하는데도 이쪽 흐름을 가지고 자꾸 할 수 있단 말이에요.
And then, even though we try to do evangelism, we might do evangelism having this kind of flow.
복음을 붙잡아도 이쪽 흐름을 가지고 자꾸 복음을 붙잡을 수 있단 말이에요.
And even though we grab hold of the gospel, but we may grab hold of the gospel having this kind of flow.
이게 사단의 절묘한 속임수죠.
So this is really tricky deception of Satan.
하나님께서는 그리스도로 말미암아 우리에게 이 흐름을 완전히 타도록 하신 거예요.
But through Christ, God allow us to ride this flow.
그래서 각인 뿌리 체질을 바꾸라는 거예요.
And that is why we say that we have to change our imprint, root, and nature.
그래서 그 갈보리산, 감람산, 마가다락방을 누리라는 거예요.
That's why we say that you should experience, you should enjoy Mount Calvary, Mount Olive, and Marks of Perum.
천명, 소명, 사명을 누리라는 거예요.
That's why we say you should enjoy your heavenly mandate, calling, and commission.
전도자의 삶에 관한 말씀도 여러분 이걸 잘 보십시오.
And then when you listen to the message about the life of evangelist, you also have to pay attention to this.
사실은 천명, 소명, 사명이 같은 명 아니에요.
And think about this. Heavenly mandate, calling, and commission. There are some common things. It is commandment.
하나님이 주시는 것이기 때문에 천명이에요.
So since it is something which is from God, that's why it is heavenly mandate.
그게 내게 담기니까 소명이 되는 거예요.
And then when that heavenly mandate is contained in me, that's why it becomes calling.
미래와 후대를 놓고 사명이 되는 거예요.
And like thinking about our future and next generation, it'll become our commission.
내가 하고 싶은 당연한 걸 하는 게 아니고 하나님이 원하시는 당연한 걸 하는 거예요.
So we don't really just do something that we want, which is rightful, but we have to do something rightful that
그걸
God wants us
찾았더니
to do.
현장과 내게도 꼭 필요한 건 거예요.
And then when you really find this, then later you'll realize that this is really needed for me and for my field.
알고 보니까 없으면 절대 안 되는 하나님의 것이죠.
And then later on, you'll also notice that this is something that you must possess. It belongs to God.
아까 우리 카드리 목사님께서 62가지를 더 많이 듣고 싶다고 어제 포럼하셨잖아요.
And then yesterday, Pastor Kadir shared his forum that he would like to listen to the message about 62 life of evangelists much
우리가
more.
내용을 말하려면은 굉장히 많은 양이겠죠.
And if you want to talk about the content, of course, there are a lot of things in there.
그러나 결국은 하나 그리스도로 말미암아 이 흐름을 타도록 하셨다는 거예요.
But in the end, the things are concluded into one. What is that? It is this. God allows us to ride a flow through Christ.
그러면 이 흐름을 좀 보시면서 메시지 있던 것들을 한번 많이 묵상을 하실 필요가 있습니다.
Then thinking about this flow, and you really have to meditate upon the message that you received.
한국에 오시면 음식 가지수가 많이 있죠.
And in Korea, you can see that we have a lot of side dishes, right?
전라도에 가면요, 두 사람이 먹는데 반찬 가지수가 30가지 나오는 곳도 있어요.
And if you go to Jeolla province, then there are some restaurants that you have more than 30 side dishes for 2 people.
아까도 반찬 가지수 많지 않은데도 그걸 다 드시는 것이 아니라 여러분이 드시길 원하는 것만 드시죠.
And then when you had lunch just a while ago, we had several side dishes there, but you didn't just eat them all, but you just selected some side dishes that you want to eat.
왜냐하면
Right?
여러분하고 안 맞으니까.
Why? Because those foods, it doesn't really fit with you, or you don't really
아무리
want
많은
to
게
eat
있어도
everything.
나하고 안 맞으면 안 갖고 가는 것이죠.
No matter how many food is in front of you, but if it doesn't really match with you or if you don't want to have it, then you don't really bring it, right?
나하고 맞는 거는 더 많이 갖고 가는 거죠.
But if you like some food more, then you take that food more, right?
여러분이 복음도 그렇게 듣고 있다고 하시면 돼요.
So actually that's the way you listen to the gospel.
나하고 맞는 거는 많이 갖고 가고
And if you feel that, oh, this message matches with me, then you take that message much more.
나하고 안 맞는 거는 이렇게 놔두고
But if you think that this message doesn't really match with you, then you just leave them alone.
이게 있는 채로 여러분이 지금 말씀을 받고 있다고 알기만 해도 돼요.
So what you have to understand for now is this. You have all these things, long-lasting imprint, roots, and nature. And having this, now you are receiving the message.
저는 제가 그러고 있었더라고요.
Because that's what happened to me.
그러고서 말씀을 받고 있는 거예요.
And having all these things, I have continuously received the message.
내게 필요한 것만 받고 있는 거예요.
And something that I need, I just take them.
그러다 보니까 하나님이 원하시는 말씀이 안 들려요.
And that is why I couldn't really listen to the message that God really desires.
여러분이 와 계신 여기는 이 한빛 RUTC입니다.
And the place that you are located in right now, it is Hanbit RUTC.
WRC도 있고 RUTC도 있고 뭐가 이렇게 많은지 헷갈리시죠?
You may be really confused. We have many different terms like WRC, RUTC, something, something.
2003년도에 우리 신 목사님께서 여기 병원 원장인 조장로님을 만나게 된 거예요.
In 2003, Pastor Shin came to meet Dr. Cho, who is the doctor of this hospital, Elder Cho.
그때는 그 교회를 다니고 있지만 예배 뭐 간신히 드릴 정도로 이렇게 그런 신자셨던 것 같아요.
And at the time, Elder Cho or Dr. Cho, at the time he was also a believer, but he barely attended Sunday service.
그리고 병원은 저쪽에 다른 데 있을 때였어요.
At the time, this hospital was not here; it was over there in a different place.
그 조 원장님 그때 병원의 의사 조 선생님에게 다락방을 시작한 거예요.
And at the time, Pastor Shin started 다락방 ministry with him.
와서 퇴근 시간쯤 되면 목사님께서 조그만한 칠판 갖고는 준비하고 계시고.
So when he was about to finish his work, Pastor Shin just came to the hospital in advance, and then he brought a small whiteboard all the time, and then he was waiting for him.
근데 조 장로님 얘기로 맨날 학원 날 똑같은 얘기 하는데 다 아는 얘기 하시더래요.
But this is what Elder Joe said. He says, Pastor Shin visited him quite often, but what the message that he delivered to him, it was all the same.
그러니까 이게 잘 안 들리니까 이렇게 꼬박꼬박 조신가 봐요.
And then, of course, like Elder Joe, he couldn't really listen and focused on the message. That's why he was just dozing off.
신 목사님 얘기로는 몇 달 졸았다 그러는데 조 장로님 얘기로는 두 번밖에 안 졸았대요.
And then when Pastor Shin gives the message, he says that for several months, Elder Joe was falling off. I mean, he was like dozing off. But what Elder Joe says is different. He says he just fell asleep only 2 times.
근데 어느 날 이게 들린 거예요.
But one day he happened to listen to the message about this. Jesus is the Christ.
목사님 자녀셨단 말이에요.
Because Elder Joe is his father is a pastor.
우리나라 거의 최고의 목사님한테 성경 공부도 받았었단 말이에요.
And then he also had Bible study from the best pastor in Korea.
똑똑하신 분이니까 공부도 잘하니까 성경도 많이 한단 말이에요.
Yes, Elder Joe is a doctor. He is really smart. That's why he knows a lot of things about the
다 안단
Bible.
말이에요.
So that's why, of course, Elder
알고
Joe
있어요.
knew about this Jesus Christ.
이런 채로 다 알고 있는 거죠.
But having all this, he knew about this Jesus
그러니까
Christ.
하나님 원하시는 게 안 들리는 거예요.
And that's why he couldn't really listen to what God really desires from him.
어느 날 들린 거예요.
But one day he happened to listen to this
그리고 한
message.
사람 중심에서 다락방이 열리신 거예요.
And that's why, because of this one person, the 다락방 started to open.
이분이 은혜를 받으니까 주변에 있는 의사들에게 자꾸 얘기를 한 거예요.
And then he started to receive grace because of this message. That's why he also started to talk about this gospel to other doctors.
의사들이 좀 들어보자 그러고는 모아놓고 칠판 갖다 놓고 의사들을 상대로 신 목사님께서 복음 얘기해 주신 거예요.
So doctors, they said that, oh, why don't you also listen to the message from Pastor Shin? So they gathered some doctors and then they prepared this blackboard and then they invited Pastor Shin and then listened to the message.
구원의 길.
So at the time, Pastor Shin shared the message, the
여기서부터
way of
저기까지
salvation.
성경 보지도 않고 줄줄줄 나오잖아요.
And without looking at the Bible, he just wrote down all the Bible verses on the blackboard.
그러니까 의사 선생님들이 전부 다 깜짝 놀란 거예요.
And at that time, all those medical doctors, they were really surprised.
와, 워킹 바이블이다.
And they say that, oh, he is really walking Bible.
두 번째 시간에도 똑같이 얘기했어요.
And then, second time, Pastor Shin shared the same message.
두 번째 시간에도 예수가 그리스도다.
And then, yeah, the second time, he also shared the same message.
그 다음
Jesus
주에도
is the
또 예수가
Christ.
그리스도다.
And next week, again, he shared the same message. Jesus is the
그러니까
Christ.
의사 선생님이 들릴 택이 없죠.
To think about this, doctors, they couldn't listen to this message.
그러니까 한 명, 두 명 떨어져 나가요.
That's why one person, two people, they started to just stop coming.
나중에 다 떨어져 나가요.
And later on, most of them, they stopped coming.
그래서 다시 병원으로 이 말씀 운동이 옮겨졌어요.
And then again, they had to just go back to the hospital and then start to their Bible study there, or
간호사들이
word
복음을
movement
받게
there.
되고요.
And then nurses in the hospital, they also started to receive this
1차 합숙
message.
훈련을 가게 되고
And then they also attended first level camp training.
이 속에서 다락방에서 만남이 일어나는 팀 사역이 일어나고요.
So starting from this tarakbang, the meeting took place. It is team ministry.
간호사들 통해서 미션홈이 생기고요.
And then through nurses, we also established mission home.
의사 그룹, 간호사 그룹, 전문 사역의 문이 열리고요.
And then doctors and then nurses, by their specialty, we had specialized ministry.
그리고 전체가 함께 모여서 지교 예배도 드렸고요.
And then later, everyone gathered together, so we had regional church service.
이게 2007년까지였습니다.
And then this is what happened between 2003 and 2007.
2007년 7월 1일에 저기 있던 병원에서 이리로 병원을 크게 해서 옮기게 된 거예요.
And then actually this hospital was located over there, but in 2007, July 1st, at the time they moved to this place.
이때 나오는 말씀이 주로 이 RUTC에 관한 말씀이었어요.
And at that time, the message that we listened to, it was about RUTC.
그래서 그때는 저희도 여러분들처럼 RUTC가 뭔지도 모르고 그냥 듣기만 했어요.
And at that time, we were also like you right now. We didn't really know what RUTC was, but we just listened to this message
이게
continuously.
뭔지 어떻게 해야 될지도 모르지만 이거를 마음에 담은 거예요.
We didn't really know what RUTC was, and we had no idea what to do with RUTC, but we
그리고
just
이제
embraced this message in our
병원에
heart.
돈이 있는 의사 선생님이 돈을 대고 병원을 지으면 조장로님은 경영을 맡기로 하고 이 병원을 짓게 된 거예요.
And then there was another doctor, and then actually he is quite rich doctor, and then he suggested that I'll establish this church or this hospital building, and then Dr. Joe, you'll be in charge of the management of this hospital. That's what
그때까지만
he
해도
said.
병원의 실주인은 조장로님이 아니고 다른 분이 계시는 거죠.
So at that time, the owner of the hospital was not Dr. Joe, not Elder Joe, but it was someone else.
경영을 맡게 되셨으니까 병원 지면 4층 전체는 RUTC 하겠다 그런 거예요.
But Elder Joe at that time, he said like this. So if I am the one who is in charge of this management, the management of this hospital, then let me just use the fourth floor as this kind of hall.
불신자 의사들이 뭐 RUTC 알아듣겠어요?
Oh, he said that let me use this fourth floor as RUTC. But of course, non-believer doctors, they couldn't understand the meaning of RUTC.
병원에 뭔 이런 거 하나 병원에 병실이 있어야지.
So they were thinking like this. Why do we have to have this kind of thing? We need word.
그래도 이거 안 하면 자기는 안 하겠다 그런 거예요.
But Elder Joe said, but if you don't allow me to just have this RUTC here, then I'll not be in charge of management here in the hospital.
장로님이 뜻을 굽히지 않으니까 다른 분들이 어쩔 수 없이 알아서 하는 거예요.
So Elder Joe was so stubborn of this. That's why other doctors were like, okay, you can just do whatever you want.
그래서 요 4층에 문화센터로다가 시작이 된 거예요.
So that's how we started this RUTC as a cultural center here on this fourth floor.
이때 대구에서 일주일에 2번씩 내려오시면서 이걸 하셨던 신목사님이 그러면 지역과 함께하는 전도운동 해야 된다 그러셨어요.
And then before, actually, Pastor Shin visited Gyeongju 2 times a week from Daegu. And then at the time, Pastor Shin said that, oh, if that is so, if you have RUTC, then you have to do the evangelism movement together with the people here in this region.
그래서 지역에 있는 교회들이 합쳐서 매주 화요일마다 여기서 전도학교를 시작한 거예요.
And that is why all local churches around this area, they gathered together, and then every Tuesday they started to have evangelism school right at this place.
예배드리고 전도 현장 가고
And they had worship here, and then they went out. They went out to the
돌아와서
evangelism field.
토론하고.
And then after that, they just came back here, and then they shared their forum.
그때는 시간이 있어가지고 장로님 두 분도 화요일날 아예 시간을 비워가지고 전도 현장 같이 나갔어요.
And at the time, Elder Jo and Elder Lee, both of them, they had some time. So on Tuesday, they didn't work at all, and then they also went to the evangelism field together with us.
이러면서 현장을 나가기 시작했습니다.
And then, like this way, we started to go to the evangelism field.
제일 먼저 나간 현장이 이 병원도 현장이잖아요.
And the first field that we went to, it was the hospital.
그 다음에 어린이 사역하는 분들이 학교 들어가겠다 그래서 학교 현장으로 들어갔어요.
And then people who did children ministry, they wanted to go to the school. So they also went into schools.
이러고 있는 중에 한 날 생긴 일이에요.
And then in the midst of this, one day, this thing happened.
간호사가 퇴원하는 아이들한테 복음을 전한 거예요.
And then there was one nurse, and then there was some children. There was a kid who was about to discharge, and then the nurse shared the gospel to this kid.
그리고 할머니도 예수님 믿으세요 이렇게 얘기한 거예요.
And then that nurse also said to his grandmother that, oh, grandma, why don't you also believe in Jesus?
그러니까 할머니가 나는 절을 하고 있어서 안 돼. 그리고 손사래를 치는 거예요.
And then at the time, the grandmother said that, oh, actually, I'm going to the Buddhist temple, so I cannot believe in Jesus.
퇴원했어요.
And then later, that kid was discharged from the hospital.
이 간호사가 저녁에 기도하는데 그 할머니와 그 아이가 생각이 자꾸 나는 거예요.
And then in the evening, when this nurse was going back home, she continuously thought about that grandma and the kid.
그래서 원무과에 주소가 나와 있으니까 화요일날 전도 현장 갈 때 한번 가보면 어떻겠냐 그러더라고요.
And she went down to the administration office, and then she found out the address, the home address of the grandma and the kid. And then the nurse suggested that why don't you really go and then visit their house on Tuesday?
그 주소를 따라서 두 사람을 보내봤어요.
So like since we have the address, like we sent 2 people to that house.
갔더니 이 예배실 절반만큼의 큰 법당을 하고 있는 할머니.
And then like when they really got there, they saw that actually in their house there was really like big kind of a worshiping place or something in their house. It was like half size of this hall.
72세 무속인이요.
And actually that grandma was a shaman. She was 72 years old at that time.
이 할머니에게 복음을 전하니까 이 할머니가 복음을 너무나 쉽게 받고 예수님을 영접하겠다는 거예요.
So they shared the gospel to this grandma, and then she received this gospel really easily, and then she said, oh, okay, I would accept Jesus Christ.
법당 차려져 있는 방에서
So she said like that in that worshiping place.
복음을 영접하고 나서 옆에 있던 사역자가 할머니 이제 하나님 딸 되셨어요.
And then after she accepted the Christ, another minister right next to her said to her like this, oh, grandma, now you are a daughter of God.
근데 하나님이 이렇게 차려놓은 거 이거 우상숭배라서 제일 싫어하십니다.
But she told grandma like this, but you have this worshiping place to evil spirit. But if you have this, then God will not like it.
이거 다 치우세요.
So please just remove them, get rid of them.
그래도 암만 그렇지 무당이 이제 막 영접했는데 다 치우라는 게 쉽지 않잖아요.
But of course, like that shaman, the grandma, she just accepted Christ, so it was not easy for her to just get rid of everything.
근데 무당이 말하기를 그게 내 소원이니 제발 좀 치워달라는 거예요.
But this shaman, this grandma, told her like this, oh, actually, that's what I really want, so please help me to just get rid of them.
그 무당이 어떻게 법당을 쉽게 치워달라 그럴까요?
So how is it possible for shaman to say like that?
어째서 이렇게 쉽게 법당을 치워달라 그러냐 물어봤어요.
So the minister asked her the reason why.
자기가 72세인데 이 법당을 안 치우면 자기 자손한테 이게 간다는 걸 알고 있는 거예요.
She said like this, I'm 72 years old, but if I don't really get rid of this worshiping place for evil spirit, then this will be inherited to my children, to my next generation.
그래서 절에 스님을 모셔다가 구슬하고는 300만 원 들여서 구슬하고는 이걸 치웠어요.
That's why like she spent $3,000 and then she just visited, actually like, before she visited a Buddhist temple and then there was a Buddhist monk there and then they had some like special ceremony or something to get rid of this worshiping place. And then they really got rid of it.
근데 3일 만에 이 중이요 다시 싣고 찾아온 거예요.
But after that, after 3 days, that Buddhist monk came up to that grandmother.
내가 보살 때문에 죽을 뻔했다. 다른 사람은 치워도 할매는 못 치우니까 다시 한창하라.
At the time, actually, that Buddhist monk told that grandma like this: "Oh, because of you, I almost died. So I'm not really sure about like other people, but at least you should not really get rid of this worshiping place."
이래서 다시 다 차려놓은 거예요.
And that's why again she had to just prepare all this worshiping place once again.
그리고 그걸 어떻게 하면 치울까 고민하고 있었던 거예요.
That's why that grandma, the shaman, she was really worried. I mean, she was really like thinking a lot, like how to get rid of this worshiping place again.
근데 손자가 아파가지고 이 병원에 입원했잖아요.
But later, her grandson like happened to be sick. That's why that grandson was hospitalized here.
그날도 저희가 여기 모여서 찬송하고 예배드렸어요.
And then on that day, those pastors and the ministers, they were gathering here, and then they were having worship here.
찬송 소리가 병실에까지 들렸어요.
And then actually, the sound of praise were also like heard from those words.
여러분 그래서 찬송 크게 부르셔야 돼요.
And that is why you have to praise loudly,
저 병실에까지 들리도록.
so that the sound of praise can be heard from those words.
찬송 소리를 들으면서 아 나도 저거 하면 이거 치워도 될래나 이런 마음이 들더래요.
At the time, the grandma she heard our song, and then she thought that, oh, if I also do the same thing, then can I also get rid of that worshiping place?
자기 어렸을 때 할머니가 자기를 데리고 일본 건너가 살았을 때 자기가 잠만 들면 할머니가 동네 아줌마들 모아놓고 찬송했던 기억이 나는 거예요.
And then at the time, she reminded one thing. When she was young, her grandmother, she was living in Japan. And then that grandma also, and then when she was living in Japan, whenever she fell asleep, her grandma always like sang a song. And then she reminded of that song.
찬송 소리 들으면서 그렇게 혼자 생각하고 있는데 아이가 태어나는데 복음을 전하는 거예요.
So when she was like listening to the like praise, actually she was thinking about this. But when her grandson was about to discharge, the nurse happened to share the gospel to her.
그러니까 나는 절을 하고 있어서 안 된다 그랬지만 속으로는 마음에 하나님이 어쩌면 나를 찾을지도 모르겠다 이런 마음이 들더래요.
So at that time, the grandmother said to the nurse that, oh, since I'm going to the Buddhist temple, I cannot really believe in Jesus. But actually inside of her heart, she was thinking that, oh, maybe there is a possibility for me.
할머니도 예수님 믿으세요 이러니까 난 절을 하고 있어 이렇게 했지만 속으로는 마음이 있었던 거예요.
So when that nurse suggested to her that, oh, grandma, why don't you believe in Jesus? At that time, the grandma said that, oh, since I'm going to the Buddhist temple, I cannot believe in Jesus. But actually, in her heart, she wanted to believe in Jesus.
그런데 그 다음 주에 전도자들이 자기 집에까지 찾아오니까 아하 하나님이 나를 찾는 것이구나 이렇게 마음에 용기를 얻은 거예요.
But next week, some ministers, they visited her house. And that's why grandmother was thinking that, oh, maybe God is really looking for me. And she had this kind of assurance.
그래서 법당을 싹 치운 거예요.
And that is why like she was able to just get rid of all this like worshiping place thing.
그리고 한 석 달 지났어요.
And then 3 months passed.
이 할머니가 손자 아파서 또 병원에 입원한 거예요.
And then like her grandma, her like grandson like got sick again. So that's why he was hospitalized here
2인
again.
1실 병실에 들어갔더니 48세 무당이 있는 거예요.
And then at that time, like she was staying in one room, and then there was another person next to her. And then actually, she was also shaman. She was 48 years old.
이건 젊은 무당이 또 애 데리고 입원한 거예요.
So it means that this young shaman, her son was hospitalized.
할머니가 법당을 치웠다 그러거든요.
And then later, this young shaman found out the fact that this grandma got rid of her worshiping place.
그러니까 48세 무당이 있다가 할매 돌았나 왜 법당을 치우나.
And that's why this 48-year-old shaman told her that, oh, like grandma, like are you crazy? Why did you really get rid of all these things?
야 너도 젊었을 때 그만둬라.
And at the time, the grandma told her that, oh, when you are still young, you also have to stop it.
젊은 무당이 할머니한테 또 묻는 거예요.
And at the time that young shaman asked the grandma once again,
그러고도 밤에 잠을 잘 자는지,
oh, like, can you really sleep well at night?
할아버지가 노여하지 않는지,
And what about your like grandfather, the son, the spirit that you worship?
자기도 치우고 싶은데
And
무섭다는 거예요.
Is he okay? Because she said, I also want to get rid of this worshiping place, but I am really afraid and scary.
어떻게 치웠냐?
So she asked her, oh, then how did you get rid of it?
요 4층에 목사님들 많이 계시대. 목사님들 얘기하니까 돈도 안 받고 잘 치워주더라.
At the time, the grandma like told her like this, oh, on the 4th floor, there are many pastors there. And then I just like asked them, and then they didn't even receive money, but they just like got rid of them by themselves.
자기도 치워달라는 거예요.
So that's why that young shaman also asked us to get rid of it.
그래서 갔어요.
So we went and then visit her
당신은 왜
place.
치워달라 그러냐?
So we asked her the reason why she wanted to like get rid of all this worshiping place.
22살짜리 딸이 있어요.
And she had a daughter, 22-year-old daughter.
엄마가 무당하는 걸 싫어해가지고는 집을 나가버린 거예요.
But she didn't really want her mother to be a shaman. That's why she just came out.
돌아다니다가
She just came out from the
남자애를
house.
만났어요.
And then she was just wandering continuously. And then one day she met one guy.
결혼도 안 했는데 애를 낳게 된 거예요.
And then she didn't even get married yet, but she gave a birth.
그러니까 이제 결혼을 시켜야 될 거 아니에요.
So later, of course, like the parents, they had to just make their daughter to get married to.
근데 이 만난 아이가 목사님 아들이라.
But actually, that man, actually, he is a son of a pastor.
그러니까 목사님 집안하고 결혼을 해야 될 거예요.
So that's why the shaman's family now they are about to get married to the like pastor's family, right?
그러니까 자기가 무당이라고 얘기 안 하고 교회 다닌다고 거짓말 해놓은 상태예요.
And at the time, actually, she didn't really tell the pastor's family that she is a shaman, but she just lied to them. She was like, "Oh, I also go to church."
상견례를 해야 되는데 법당을 치울 길이 없네.
And before wedding ceremony, those both parents they had to meet together. But this shaman, she didn't really know how to really get rid of her worshiping place.
고민하다가 이 할머니를 만나고 자기도 법당 치워달라 그런 거예요.
So she was really worried a lot. And then in the midst of that, she met this grandmother. So that's why she really wanted to get rid of that
이렇게
worshiping place.
무속인이 법당을 치우는지 이어서 5번 생긴 거예요.
So in this manner, like shamans, they really like got rid of their worshiping place. This kind of thing took place later.
그러면서 무속 현장을 하나님이 보게 하시고
Continuously, like 5 times more. And in this manner, God allow us to see the field of shamans.
무당한테 예수 믿어라 이러면은 소금 뿌려요.
Think about this. If you say to shamans that, oh, believe in Jesus, then they will just like,
그런데 당신이 이걸 할 수밖에 없는 이유 그걸 얘기해 준 거죠.
then they may like criticize you or like curse you. But instead of that, you have to tell them the reason why you have to do this shaman's work.
이러면서 그 다음에 열린 것이 공단 현장을 들어갔어요.
And then next, God opened another door for us. It was industrial complex.
그리고 경주에 많은 호텔 현장으로 들어갔어요.
And then later, we also like went into many hotels in Gyeongju.
이렇게 5군데 현장을 들어간 거예요.
And then we happened to go into these 5 different places, 5
이게
different fields.
2008년 정도 됐을 때예요.
And it happened in 2008.
어느 날
One day,
제가 차를 타고 가면서 유 목사님께서 경주에 오셔서 집회하신 메시지가 있었어요.
one day I was just going somewhere by my car, and then I happened to listen to the message that Pastor Liu gave here in Gyeongju.
10년 전 메시지.
And actually, this message, Pastor Liu gave us this message.
경주에 와서
10 years
집회하면서
ago.
하신 메시지를 제가 들은 거예요.
At the time, he had conference here in Gyeongju in
물론 제가
1998.
이 자리에도 있었어요.
At the time, I was there.
그 교회 그랜드 피아노 바로 옆쪽 자리에 제가 앉았던 기억이 나요.
And I still remember that when you had conference in Gyeongju at the time, in the church, there was this kind of grand piano, and then I was sitting next to this piano.
얼마나 사람들이 많이 오는지 앉을 자리가 없어가지고 그랜드 피아노 밑에 기어 들어가서
And then there were so many people there at the time, and so there was no seat for me. So I was just sitting right nearby the
우상
grand
숭배를
piano.
해결하라 그 말씀도 기억나요.
And I still remember the message that Pastor Yu gave. He said that you have to solve the problem of idols.
근데 10년이 지나서 요 현장에 깔리면서 말씀을 들은 거예요.
But after 10 years, while I was visiting these fields, I happened to listen to this message once again.
경주 지역에 대해서 보고를 들은 유 목사님이 경주에는 5종류의 전도학교를 하십시오. 이렇게 얘기했어요.
And at the time, Pastor Ryu said like this. After receiving some report about Gyeongju area, he gave message like this. It was like, you have to visit these 5 fields in Gyeongju.
병원 살리는 다락방,
And you have to do the 다락방 ministry to save
학교
hospital.
살리는 다락방,
And you have to do the 다락방 ministry to save
공단
schools.
살리는 다락방,
다락방 to save industrial
호텔
complex.
살리는 다락방.
다락방 to save hotels.
경주에는 사찰이 많으니까 사찰만 순회하는 한 팀을 만들라.
And then there are many Buddhist temples here in Gyeongju, so you have to form a team so that the team can visit those Buddhist temples only.
이 5가지 메시지를 그대로 해놓고 갔던 거예요.
And then actually Pastor Ryu gave this 5 message exactly at that time.
10년 전에
10 years ago.
제가 이걸 듣고 가는데 차에서요, 제 소름이 확 돋더라고요.
And then I was listening to this message in the car, and then actually I was really kind of thrilled at the time.
이게 유광수 목사님이 한 얘기예요?
Do you think this is the message of Pastor Ryu?
사람이 한 얘기겠어요?
Do you think this is the like word of man?
그때 제게 굉장히 중요한 이 전환점이 생겼어요.
And at that time, actually, I faced really important turning point in my life.
응답이 오는 것이 아니라 선포되었던 말씀이 성취되는 거다.
And it is not that the answer is coming to us, but the proclaimed word of God is coming to us.
우리는 응답 받으려고 막 쫓아가잖아요.
And we continuously just chase out of answer. We just continuously look for answers.
근데 그 응답 이전에 하나님 반드시 말씀을 주십니다.
But before receiving answer, God surely gives us the message which will
하나님
be
주신
fulfilled.
말씀은 반드시 성취됩니다.
The message, the word of God that God gives to us, it will be absolutely fulfilled.
근데 그 말씀이 안 들린 거예요.
But at that time, I couldn't really listen to that message.
요
Actually.
98년도에는 그게 안 들린 거예요.
And in 1998, I was there, but I couldn't really listen to the message.
은혜 엄청 받았다니까요.
At that time, I received grace a lot.
눈물 흘리면서 기도했다니까요.
At that time, I prayed in tears.
그런데 뭘 하라고 하는가는 안 들린 거예요.
But like what to do, I couldn't really listen to this message about what to do.
왜냐하면 제가 요 상태였기 때문에
Why? Because at that time, I had this spiritual state.
하나님이 원하시는 메시지보다 내가 듣고 싶은 것만 자꾸 듣는 거예요.
And rather than the message that God desires from me, but I just continuously grab hold of the message that I want to listen to.
그러니까 이 흐름이 안 나오는 거예요.
And that's why I couldn't really find out this flow.
근데 현장에 말씀이 성취되는 걸 조금 보고 나서 알게 된 거예요.
But after witnessing the answers in the field a little bit, I really finally came to realize about this.
그래서 성경이 도대체 뭘 말씀하시는가를 우리가 계속 여러분과 나누는 것입니다.
And that is why we are continuously sharing what the Bible really tells us.
왜냐하면 반드시 말씀은 성취될 것이기 때문에.
Why? Because the word of God is absolutely fulfilled.
이렇게 해서 RUTC로 저희가 인도를 받게 되었어요.
And that's how we were really guided by the Holy
RUTC라는
Spirit
것은
about this RUTC.
이거는 어제 들으신 것처럼 5가지 기초입니다.
And as you listen to the message from yesterday, and this first part is about 5 basics.
요 기초를 배경으로 해서 모든 현장에 빛이 비춰지도록 하는 것을 가리켜서 전도 캠프를 합니다.
And then having the background of these 5 basics, you just shine your light to all the field. This is what we call evangelism camp.
이거를 한 군데서만이 아니라 전 세계와 우리의 전 후대까지도 할 수 있도록 하자는 게 RUTC입니다.
And you don't do this movement in one place only, but you have to do this to all over the world, in all over the world, and you also have to help our next generation to do this. That's
미래와
why,
우리 후대까지도 돕고
and thinking about our future and next generation, we have this RUTC. That's why we established RUTC.
4가지 중요한 의미가 있잖아요.
And there are 4 important meaning are hidden there.
남은 자, 렘넌트.
First one is remnant. It is remained one.
비단 후대만이 아니라 성경에는 복음과 함께 아주 중요한 남은 자를 두시겠다는 거예요.
And actually, the remnant, it doesn't really mean about our next generation only. But if you look at the Bible, God promised us that God will give us the remained one to us.
이 반대하는 분들이 저그들만 렘넌트라고 얘기한다 그러시는데 그 말은 절대로 아닙니다.
And those people who are against Tarakbang, they say that, oh, Tarakbang people, they just call themselves as remnant only. But we are not saying that actually.
성경은 복음만큼이나 이거를 강조한다고 말이에요.
And the Bible, as much as the Bible emphasizes on the gospel, the Bible also emphasizes on this remnant as well.
이 후대와 함께 전체가 원내스야 된다는 것이죠.
So with our next generation, with this remnant, that everyone must have oneness.
교회는 예배가 있고 교육이 있지만 훈련이 사라져 버렸어요.
And then in the church, we have worship and we have education, but the training itself disappeared.
이걸 알 수 있는 구심점이 있어야 되는 것이죠.
And then we need a focal point to do this.
그 Remnant Unit Training Center죠.
So this is the acronym of this Remnant Unity Training Center.
여러분 1차 합숙 훈련 받았던 곳은 덕평 RUTC입니다.
And the place that you received first level camp training, it is Tokpyeong RUTC.
본부 RUTC죠.
So it is our headquarters RUTC.
그런가 하면 여기는 지역 RUTC입니다.
Then what about here? This is regional RUTC.
이 안에서 이런 전도 운동을 전체적으로 주관하게 되죠.
And here in this RUTC, we have this kind of evangelism movement. We just takes care of all this kind of evangelism movement.
하나님이 주신 절대적 내용.
So this is the content that God has given to us.
하나님이 주신 절대적 방향.
Absolute content, and this one is
근데
absolute
요게
direction that God gives
이리로
to us.
이리로 갔다가 하나님이 또 빼내시고
So
또 다시 이리로 갔다 하나님 빼내시고 이 과정이 있는 거예요.
So now we are inside of this process. We are continuously go to this way, right? And
그게
then God
53쪽에
rescue
있는
us.
그림입니다.
And then we continuously go to this way, and then again God rescue us. Now we are in this kind of flow, and it is. You can see this picture from page 53.
여러분 사역자 목회자이기 때문에 대본 보시면 이해하시죠.
And since you are all like ministers and then like pastors, so once you really see this picture, you will understand what this picture is about.
하나님 원색 복음 주시고
And then God gave us the
그
gospel.
복음에 대한 응답으로 축복이 임합니다.
And then as the answer of this gospel, we receive blessing.
복음보다 축복이 더 좋아지면서 타락하는 것이죠.
The people, they started to love the blessing than the gospel. And that's why the corruption started.
변질되면서 종교화되는 거고요.
And then the gospel became distorted and then
세속화되는
it
것이고
became religious.
고통이매요.
That's why pain or suffering came to us.
재앙이매요.
And disaster also came to us.
노예, 포로, 속국돼요.
And that's why we have become like slave and we are captured.
언제든지 하나님은 여기서 소수의 사람들을 빼내시는 거예요.
But every time we have become like this, God always chose a few number of people.
그러면 축복받은 다수의 기득권이 소수의 사람들 향해서 이단 시비가 일어나는 거예요.
And every time those people who are blessed by God, the majority of them, they always criticize upon them and then they say, oh, you are heresy.
여러분 전도 운동을 처음에는 타 종교에서 방해하는 것이 아닙니다.
And actually, like in the beginning, other religions, they were not against this evangelism movement.
성경 들고 복음 못 깨달은 자,
And then people who have the gospel but who do not realize this gospel.
성경 들고 인본주의 쓰는 자,
And people who use humanism having the Bible.
이 아프리카에도 복음이 들어갔잖아요.
And this gospel also went into Africa.
근데 혹 이게 여전히 남아 있는 채로 섞여 있는 복음이 들어간 것은 아닌가요?
But you have to think about this. Maybe the gospel which entered into Africa, maybe it is the gospel which is mixed with all this incorrect imprint-rooted nature thing.
복음이 안 들어간 것이 아니라
It is not that the gospel didn't enter into Africa,
정말 오직 복음이 들어간 것인지 아니면 섞여 있는 채로 복음이 들어간 것인지
but you really have to think about this. Whether real, like original gospel really entered into the gospel or this mixed gospel entered into Africa.
들어가기도 섞여 있는 채로 들어가고
And then yes, it entered. Something entered into it, but the mixed one was
받는
entered.
사람도 섞여 있는 채로 받고
And then the people who receive this gospel, they themselves already have this mixed thing inside of them.
시간이 지나면 요 패턴이 계속 나올 수밖에 없는 거예요.
So as the more time really goes by, this kind of pattern has no choice but to appear continuously.
예, 좀 쉬었다가 다음에 하겠습니다.
Let's take a break.